Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel where we share with you the most interesting facts about ducks and what life is like on a duck farm. Today's video is shot on location at one of our favorite duck farms in the area who specializes in raising Pekin ducks for their meat and eggs. So let's just jump right into it. Fact number one, there are more than 125 million ducks raised for meat and eggs in the United States alone. The majority of those ducks are Pekin ducks. Pekin ducks are the most common domestic duck in the US because they grow quickly, have good feed conversion, and produce large amounts of eggs. In fact, Pekin duck eggs make up 80% of all the eggs sold in the US. And here you can see just how big they are compared to other types of domestic ducks like Indian runner ducks or Cayuga ducks. Ducks typically start laying eggs at around 14 to 16 weeks of age. However, these ducks start laying at around 9 weeks of age. The reason why they start laying so young is because they're exposed to 14 hours of daylight. By providing ducks with 14 hours of daylight, they think it's always summer, so they will start laying earlier. For example, during the winter months, when there's only about 8 hours of daylight, ducks will start laying later and later each day. But if you keep giving them 14 hours of light, they will lay their eggs early in the morning before the sun even comes up. As you can see, this means that we get to enjoy collecting eggs in the middle of the night. Number 3, if a duck is not fertile, she will usually lay an egg every 24 to 26 hours. When a duck lays an egg, it doesn't actually take 24 hours for the body to finish making another egg. It takes about 24 to 26 hours. A lot of people ask us, do ducks need a break between laying eggs? Well, yes they do, but only for a few days. If she's not fertile, after laying an egg, she needs a few days for her body to finish reabsorbing the yolk, and then she will start laying eggs. Number 4, lay out your day. A female duck needs over 150 grams of food per day to reach the full laying potential of 200 to 250 eggs per year. So even though you may see your ducks gobbling up their food, it can be hard to tell if they're getting enough. In order to make sure your birds are eating enough, you should provide them with 150 grams of food per day, plus a little extra. No. 5, did you know that in some places you can harvest wild duck eggs? Now, unlike domestic ducks, wild ducks only lay about 10 eggs per day. This is because wild ducks don't have access to the same resources that domestic ducks have. For example, domestic ducks are fed a high-protein diet that helps them grow quickly and lay lots of eggs. Wild ducks, on the other hand, must rely on natural sources of protein, such as insects and small fish. This means that their bodies simply aren't designed to lay as many eggs as domestic ducks. Now let's talk about something that all duck farmers love to hate, and that is cleaning up after ducks. When you have hundreds of thousands of ducks living on a farm, there's a lot of poop to clean up. But there's one thing that you can do to help make cleaning up after your ducks a little easier. Make sure your ducks have access to a paddling pool. Ducks love to swim, and they will spend hours paddling around in a pool. This means that they won't have time to roam around the farm and poop everywhere. Plus, it gives them something fun to do. In addition to cleaning up after your ducks, you also have to worry about predators. Ducks are a popular target for predators such as raccoons, foxes, and coyotes. But there's something that you can do to help protect your ducks from predators. Make sure your duck housing is predator-free. This means that the walls and doors are strong enough that predators can't get in. It also means that the duck run is enclosed so predators can't get in and attack the ducks. You already know that ducks need water to drink and swim in, but did you know that they also need water to cool off? In hot weather, ducks can get really hot and bothered, and the best way for them to cool off is by swimming in a paddle. Not only does this help them cool off, but it also helps prevent heat stress. Heat stress can be a serious problem for ducks, especially in hot weather. Symptoms of heat stress include panting, drooling, and a lack of appetite. If you see any of these signs in your ducks, it's time to add some water to their paddling pool. Ducks are social animals and they love to be around other ducks. In fact, they are so social that they can become stressed if they're alone for too long. That's why it's important to make sure your ducks have plenty of friends. You can do this by getting your ducks from a reputable breeder that has raised them in mass. Or if you're looking for something smaller, you can try getting your ducks from a local pet store. Raising ducks can be a fun and rewarding experience, but it's important to remember that they are animals and they need to be treated as such. Make sure you give them plenty of space, food, and water, and they will be happy and healthy ducks. So we hope you enjoyed this video and learned a few things along the way. If you're looking for a fun and unique way to raise your own food, we highly recommend ducks. Just be sure to give them the care and attention they need, and they will be sure to give you plenty of delicious eggs in return. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.